center. I always go from the center.
Okay, folks, text me and let me know if you can hear me. This is my first vertical live, and I am weaving in ends on a bunch of granny squares. I've already completed 40 of them, and I have 40 to go. I probably won't complete them all tonight because I've been doing this for quite a while, but there's one finished right there. And if y'all want to chat with me, that would be great. And if not, you can just lurk and that'll be fine too. How do you like that? I'm going to be doing this one next. This is the worst job when it comes to granny squares, and if I had any sense at all, I would weave these ends as I go, as I'm working on each square, but I never do that because I'm always too anxious to go ahead and get the square completed. But this particular blanket that I'm making has taught me a very valuable lesson in that I don't need to be so anxious to get finished. I need to go ahead and weave my ends in, and then I won't have this enormous project to do once I'm finished with all of the squares. I always like to make sure that I have a long enough piece of yarn to thread the needle and maneuver with a little bit of slack in the yarn. Um, and also I weave it in enough times that if a piece does come loose, I can pull out enough yarn to make sure that I can hide it again, like after you put it in the washing machine or something like that. Sometimes your little strands will come loose. Um, I made a blanket similar to this maybe, gosh, it's been almost 40 years ago, and I still have the blanket, and it looks almost as good as it did all those years ago when I first made it, but some of the ends have come undone throughout that time, and I need to go back in. You can also use a crochet hook to do this, but it takes a lot longer. But on that one, I didn't have enough length in my ends. So there's little tiny pieces hanging out, maybe this big. And so I'm going to have to use a small crochet hook to weave the little piece in. But not on this one. This one hopefully will stick and be awesome. What do you think of that? Let's see. Let me go look for this real quick. Welcome in to anybody who's in the live stream. Thank you for joining me this late at night. I'm in the Central Time Zone, and it is, let me check, 2:05 in the morning. So I'll probably be up a while. Hey, Mona, how are you? Jessica, I am trying my hand at doing a vertical live stream tonight, and I thought that I would do it at really late, really, really late, just in case I bombed. It wouldn't feel so bad. But this is the first time I've ever done a vertical live, and I thought maybe I could get, I don't know, some of those shorts viewers. I did do it, Jackie. Thank you for the encouragement. I appreciate it. It didn't go exactly the way I planned, Jackie. It went live before I was ready, but that's okay. I didn't get to name it or put a description or anything like that in there, but I'll work on that next time. Let's see. I'm just doing a little of stuff on the back end here. There. So let me show you guys what I've, well, look, I didn't do all of this. Poppy has been a trooper in helping me weave in the ends on this blanket. Um, where is my bucket? Let's see. Oh, booger. It's over here. See all of those? That's what Poppy has done for me. All of that. There are 40 in here, and I have, well, that's not true. There's probably about 44 in here, and I have 36 more to go. But I have realized that I need to make 9 more squares because it's just not going to be quite big enough with the amount that I have. So I'm going to go ahead and weave in all of these ends and then make the additional squares. I'm trying to make my tea. It's okay. It's okay. You make that tea, girl. I might have to get up from here in a few minutes and go get a refill on my tea. Jane Doe, how are you? Thank you so much for coming and joining me tonight. I know it's so late. Look at this. I can't believe you guys are here. Thank you so much. Are y'all able to hear me okay? Let's see. Okay. I think I would make the 9 squares, then all you'd have to do is weave in ends. Well, that does seem to make sense, but I do have a few spares over here, like these two. I have these two. I just need to put a black border around them. What I was trying to do today is give my shoulder and my hands a little bit of a break from crocheting because it only took me about a total of maybe 6 days to make all 80 of these squares. And I think I might have overdone it a little bit because I was crocheting constantly, while I was awake, mostly in the evenings. And my shoulder has been extremely sore ever since I got to 80. So I thought weaving in the ends would give my shoulder a break. And then maybe tomorrow I could start on the extra pieces that I need. And do some crocheting and some weaving all at the same time. Poppy is awesome to help. You know what? I don't even think he knows what a huge help he's been. I keep telling him, but he's like, no biggie. And I'm like, yeah, it is a biggie. It really is. I am bone tired. I'm up late tonight. My sleep schedule is all messed up. I went to bed at maybe 4 o'clock this evening and woke up at 9. I was up really late last night. And then, of course, had to get my son up for school this morning. So I didn't get much sleep except for that nap in the evening. Thank you so much. Thank you. It's this is a gonna be a blanket that I had this vision of doing a granny square blanket in all variegated colors. And so I went to Hobby Lobby and picked out I think it was only like 6 balls of yarn. And I bought those and I really liked the way that they turned out. So I went and bought, oh gosh, 12 more. Yeah, I think it was 12 more. And just kept crocheting until I had enough. Well, what I thought was enough. And hopefully when it gets put together, it's going to be everything I imagined it was going to be. I was actually going to keep this one for myself. And then my daughter was curious about it and said, hey, send me some pictures of your squares. Bad decision on my part because she has now claimed it as her own. So if I want one for myself, I'm probably going to either have to tell her no or make another one just like her. Just like it. Thank you, Wheels. I appreciate that. Thank you. I've got a lot of colors in here. And you'll see them as I continue to weave. There, is that it? Yes. Look at that. That looks pretty quick. This one is one of my favorites right here. I think that one's so pretty. I didn't realize I had my phone up like that. Let's see. There. Our computers are updating till 4, so I'm free to not look like I'm busy. That's funny. Well, good. I'm glad that you have a little bit of a break. I know that your job is hectic to say the least. Tell her that you'll teach her how and she can make her own. She at Thanksgiving, she asked me to teach her how to crochet. Now, mind you, she is about to be 30. Geez, I don't even know. Let's see. 35 or 36. Let's see. Yeah, she's about to be 36 in June. And all of her life, I've, offered to teach her when she was little, when she was a teenager. No, I don't want to do that. So at Thanksgiving, she said, hey, you think you could teach me? Well, I happen to have a bag with some crochet in it with me so I could, sit there and pass the time away. And so I said, yeah, come over here and sit down. I'll show you some right now. So I taught her how to make a slip knot and do a chain stitch. And I taught her a double crochet. Well, and a single crochet. So she ended up making herself a little scarf. Turned out great, actually. I was very surprised at how quickly she picked it up. Wheel says, I can't crochet. My hands have severe ulnar deviation. So I loom knit. Okay. Oh, that's so not. Loom knitting is something I have not been able to master, Wheels. And I think the problem is tension for me. I've been crocheting for a very, very long time. And so getting correct tension with crochet is almost like second nature muscle memory for me. Um, but when it comes to knitting and looming and that kind of stuff, I really struggle with tension. Lots of how-to videos. Oh, definitely lots. Yeah, yeah. And also in that vein, I'm always so busy crocheting that picking up another hobby seems like it would take so much time away from what I'm doing. Not that I'm not interested, it's just finding the time to do it, you know. Um, Thanks, Jane. She's reminding everybody to smash that like button. Please do that for me. It'll make my first vertical live stream look like it was important. Um, let's see. But anyhow, Lana, I should do that. I should, you know what I might do is buy her the yarn that she needs to do the project and then just buy her a crochet hook in the right size and say, here, you want one? Make one. I bought you all the stuff. Now go for it, young lady. She's having some medical issues right now and she's going to have surgery pretty soon. And it's not super serious, it's just something that needs to be done. And maybe if I get her some yarn and a crochet hook, give her the directions or what have you, it can help pass the time while she's out of work. She's going to be out of work for about 2 weeks. Oh, hi, KP. Alexandria. It would be good for her to do while she's down. That's what I'm thinking, Lana. That's what I'm thinking. She did insist that I make her a collection of blankets before I keel over and, you know, I'm not on the planet anymore. And in fact, she told me that she would never forgive me if I didn't make her a collection of blankets. So I've been working on that. I did make her one already. But I think it would be really nice for her to make her own. She'd have such a Jackie's laughing at a collection. Well, it started off one blanket, and then when I gave her the one blanket, she called me and said, "By the way, I think I'm going to need a collection of these." So she's not demanding or anything. Wow, I can't believe how quickly I'm doing this. This is motivation, y'all. This is a lot of motivation. Tell her this one is your. You know what? You've inspired me, Lana. You have. I am going to tell her this one's mine. You know what I should do? I should tell her that I'll make half the squares, and she can make the other half, and then we'll put them together. Together, we'll sew it all together. I'll go to her house and show her how to do that, and it'll be like a dual project and part of her collection once I finish this. Your brother wants everything that you do. You know, it's really nice though because I have seen so many people. I saw a video just today where somebody was saying that the crochet blankets that her friend or the acquaintance was making, somebody told that person that the blankets were impractical and useless. And I thought to myself, that's the silliest statement that I've ever heard anybody make about crochet because number one, a blanket is always useful and always practical. I don't care how many blankets you have, it's still a very thoughtful, useful, practical gift. But you know, there are just some folks out there who don't appreciate the craft. And I guess that's okay if that's, you know, that's what they want to believe. But I, for one, think that it's a skill that Anybody can learn, and if someone were to make me a beautiful crocheted blanket, I would just be so over the moon and grateful. But then again, I'm a crocheter and I know how much time and effort and love goes into making a blanket like that. She should value the blanket more than any others. Yeah, with the two of us working on it together, the good memories. Yeah, that's what I think. I think that's what I'm going to do. I know the first blanket I ever made, my granny worked on it with me, of course, teaching me the whole time. And it is one of the most treasured possessions that I have for that reason. For the fact that she was the one that did it with me. And she's no longer alive, and every time I look at it, it just makes me smile, and that's a beautiful thing. We have a saying around here where I live: opinions are like mm-hmm. Everyone has one. That's true. That's true. I'm gonna miss my mom. I know you are, Lana. I know you are. It's gonna be a sad day. It changes a person. I lost my mother when I was a very, very young girl. I was 8. And it definitely changed the course of my life. I can't imagine, though, having her for my whole life and then losing. So, in some small way, I might have been luckier than most to have had that to deal with before I was really old enough to realize what I had lost. This daughter that I'm talking, I have 3 daughters, but this is the middle one. She's the number 2 child, but she's the middle girl. And she was the baby girl for a very, very long time, 16 years. And boy, is she a demanding, always was. In fact, this is a funny story. She has a non functioning third kidney. And we found that out when she was fairly young. And so we used to joke about it and say that the reason she has a third kidney is because she might have been a twin and decided that she wasn't sharing her mama with that other thing. And she ate it. Okay, there's another one. Look at that, y'all. I've just done 3. Oh, I need to do this every night till it's done. This is motivation right here. I'm serious. Jackie, thank you for the wonderful idea. Thank you so much. I was on Jackie's live stream earlier. It is rare. It is rare, Wheels. We still don't know how that happened, but we have our theory. But yeah, I was on Jackie's live stream and she was getting tired and wanting to go get some tea and suggested that she had taught me how to do the vertical stream last night and suggested that I go live on a vertical. And I said, sure, why not? I was so nervous, y'all. Like, I don't even know why I was nervous. It's not like I'm new to doing live streams. Um, I'm just not used to doing them this late. And I kind of wasn't prepared, but it was a great. I'm not much on spur of the moment decisions. So thank you again, Jackie. That it was a wonderful idea. Um, so how's everybody's Valentine's Day been? Poppy and I don't celebrate Valentine's Day because our anniversary is the 2nd of February. So we just had our celebration a couple weeks ago. He didn't even bring me Tootsie Rolls. He used to do that before I started trying to watch my carb intake. He would bring me a bag of Tootsie Rolls every Valentine's Day. I'll pot after the. Wait a minute. What did you get? It was okay. Got a pretty miniature rose. Oh, okay, okay. I remember again. I'm so sorry for your loss. My mom has been the backbone since I had to take my husband off. Yeah. Oh, gosh. Lana, you've been through it, my dear. And I'm sorry. Gosh, I'm so sorry. Mm. Um, you'll pop the rose after the free. You know what? My dad gave me 2 persimmon plants. They were the Fuyu persimmon trees. And I have yet to plant them in the ground. I think I'm going to do that this this weekend. If our weather's not supposed to be great this weekend. So we'll see how it goes. You don't celebrate Valentine's anymore. Yeah. Yeah, I can understand that. Um you've been single since 2010, so Valentine's Day barely registers. Right, right. I get that too. Well, a lot of Valentine's Day stuff, shoot, most holidays today are just really geared to make other people rich. You know, it's just a sales gimmick anymore. I mean, the sentiment isn't, but you know what I mean. Oh, I shouldn't have went that direction. I should have went the other direction. Come here. Come here. There. I should have went the green direction. Storm Saturday night, freezing here in the teens by mid. Holy Toledo, are you serious? I think we're only supposed to get down to 34 on Sunday night. And then it's supposed to warm back up. Now, that was when I watched the weather. Gosh, I forget. It's been a couple of days ago. So, anything can change. Gosh, I hope it doesn't get that cold again. 7 to 18 next week. Oh my God. Let me look at my weather. I got to put this down and look because it might have changed. Because you're not that far from me. Okay. Oh, well. Yeah, it's going to be cold. Okay, Wednesday it's supposed to be 32 here. Thursday 29 and then Friday 39. And then this Sunday is supposed to be 39 as well. We're warming up a little bit on Monday and Tuesday and then back down. Of course, the daytime temperatures are going to be in the high 40s to mid 50s. So that's not too bad. But we're getting rain Saturday, rain Tuesday, and rain Wednesday. Okay. All right then. Well, that is a lot colder than the first time I looked at it this week. Yeah, it's going to be cold. Yuck. I mean, I really enjoyed the snow that we had. That was so nice and made me homesick for Virginia. Oh, wow. Look, Mother Nature's been bipolar for the last, what, 4 weeks? Maybe 5? It's been crazy. Wait a minute. That's not right. Will said snow Tuesday and temps in the teens Wednesday and Thursday. Wow, yuck. What part of the country are you in, Wheels? I hope that that doesn't peek through too much, but I didn't have a choice on that. There. I don't like it when the colored yarn peeks through the black if I have to go under. I want it to stay separate, so I try really hard to put light colors with light colors. We're supposed to get snow Tuesday also. Oh, hey, poor dirt farmer. How's it going? I haven't seen you in a while. Welcome to our weaving the ends in a crocheted baby, or not baby blanket, a crocheted blanket. It's a granny square blanket. And I've got a lot of these to do. But as of right now, 3.5 less to do. We're supposed to get, okay. Blame that buck-toothed rat in Pennsylvania for Mother Nature. Wheels, that was hilarious. Oh, God. She means the groundhog, y'all. The Gulf Coast Granny Square. Yeah. Yeah. Gulf Coast Granny Square. Maybe I should name it that because it's a little invention. It's my own little twist on a granny square. I'm sure other folks have done the same thing. I don't think this is. I can't believe time went by so quickly. Hope to catch you live more often. Don't forget to give a thumbs up. Well, thank you so much, Lana, for making an appearance tonight and supporting the channel like you do. I really, really appreciate you. And I hope to see you again soon. Thank you. Thank you, Bone Tired. I'm enjoying doing this blanket. I don't usually make big blankets. This one's going to be, oh goodness. Let me look at my thing. What did we decide, Jackie, how big it was going to be? So each square is 7.25 inches. So that it's going to be 9 across. So it's going to be 65.25 inches across. And I think I have decided to go ahead and I was going to have it 10 squares long, which would make it 75.25 inches long. But I think I'm going to add another row and make it 11 rows long. So that'll be 7.25 times 11. So it'll be almost 80 inches long. So that's going to be a good size blanket. Now, when I get it all put together, I'm going to put a border around the whole thing. I mean, the whole blanket. I'm not sure what kind of border I'm going to do yet. I'm going to look at some borders. It might just be a very simple single crochet border, maybe 2 or 3 rows of it, and then I'll be done. I don't like the way that yarn feels. See how it's coming apart right there? Yeah, I think I'll need 19 more instead of just the 10. The more I think about it, the more that makes sense to do. Because that way if I'm keeping it for myself, it'll fit on my bed a lot better. And it'll go all the way down to the bottom of the bed. Instead of, and there'll be a little overhang. And plenty of room for feet and curling up and getting tangled and all that stuff. I think it's 19 more. But that's okay. I mean, I have plenty of yarn to do that. And honestly, plenty of time, Lord willing, and the creek don't rise. Do you ever block or have to block any of your creations? Yes, but not. I don't block acrylic. Acrylic yarn really. What I'll end up doing is just sewing it all together. Because really, I mean, you can stretch out acrylic yarn and make it the shape you want it to be pretty much. See what I just did there? You can pull out the curves and it'll stay for the most part. So what I'll do is I'll end up sewing them all together and then I'll throw it in the washing machine. This yarn is washable and dryable in the machine. I do it on a low heat and it will come out as good. I mean, it'll come out great. But now when I work with cotton or other fibers that are mostly the natural fibers really take a blocking really well and they almost require it depending on what kind of project you're making, like if a sweater or a blanket, if you want it to look nice in a gift box, etc. Any wearables need to be blocked, I believe. That's just my opinion, though. Now, I made a sweater for my daughter recently out of acrylic yarn, and I didn't block that, and it turned out fine. Um, oh, fiddlesticks. This yarn almost doesn't want to go in this huge needle eye. See, look at that. What do I have? There. It looks like I might be putting everybody to sleep. If you guys don't mind, give me like, I'm going to say 30 seconds to get up and go get some tea and come right back. How's that? My mouth is parched right now. Yeah, look at there, less than 30 seconds. I'm here, not sleeping. I wish you were putting me to sleep. Oh, thank you, Jackie. Thank you for sharing it out. I appreciate that. My fingers don't work. Tall text don't like. Oh, talk text doesn't like me. But I have my coffee, so I'll make it another day. I totally understand that. I think I'm going to have to quit drinking coffee or find a lower acid coffee to drink And I'm honestly not sure how to go about finding one, but I know, Google is our friend, and I'm sure that once I research it, I'll be able to find something. But my stomach cannot deal with coffee anymore. And the older I get, the worse it gets. So there's that. I'm still watching and listening. I'm working on hitting a hitting. Wait a minute, knitting a shawl. Thank you, Jane. I can't do without my tea for very long. I'm sitting right next to this heater and my fingers are so cold that I'm having a hard time typing. Oh no! Is that all of them? Look, another one done. Yay! I'm so excited. Uh-oh, where'd the rest of them go? Oh, there they are. Okay, here's another one. I really like the way this turned out. I've said this a few times on my other streams, but this particular square reminds me of a Monet painting. The blues and the purples and the way the colors worked out, and I think it's so pretty. I'm not sure that the black enhances this particular color as much as I would like it to, but for right now, it's great. I like the whole square. Oh yeah, Wheels. I sure hope you don't lose power during this weather. Or you either, Bone Tired. You don't need to lose power and freeze. I'm going to keep knitting until the power decides to go out. We've got thunderstorms passing through. Oh no. Now, see, we had some thunderstorms. Funny enough, I was on Jackie's live stream and you could hear the thunder just rattling the windows at her place. And I said to her, hey, we've had storms all day, but not thunder and lightning. And sure enough, about halfway through her stream, I started hearing thunder and lightning. Well, the thunder, of course, naturally goes along with the lightning, but still, I could hear thunder, and it wasn't nearly as loud or violent as what I was hearing on Jackie's stream, but it it showed its little. It showed up. It showed up. We have generators here and at home. Oh, okay, okay. That's going to be one of my very next bigger purchases. I need I want to get one of those Predator generators, actually the inverter kind from Tractor Supply. And I want maybe I think I want the 5,000 watt, volt, watt, whatever, the 5,000. And that way, my goal is to be able to run, because we have a generator for the other stuff, like the lights and the freezers and little things like that we need. But I want that 5,000 watt one to run a small window unit air conditioner just in case we have a hurricane in the middle of August or September and the power goes out. Because I know I can't run it 24/7 on that, but I can run it for a little while, cool the house off, and then turn it off. I know I can do that. And that would be so much more preferable than the heat. Also, if I get myself a little, I don't know if I want to do this or not. Poppy wants a workshop. I want a she shed. How do we combine the two? I don't know. Girl, Tuesday and Wednesday, we have flash flooding like crazy. Good grief. It sounds like you guys had a lot worse weather than we did. A lot worse. Um, Jackie's, okay. Tractor Supply is where you got yours. Is it the is it a what do you run it with? Gas or propane or both? I'm just curious. I'd really like to get one that runs off of both, either or. But if that's not possible, then that's okay too. It's just so much harder to store gas, in the event of you'd have to just go and get it periodically after the storm and a little bit before. I say storm, but I guess it could be any kind of event. Does it go through a lot of gas every, say, day or hour? Or maybe the better question is, how many gallons do you think you go through in a day? We do not have a propane griddle. Oh, okay, you do have. I've got the propane griddle, and I'm telling you what, for any of you who don't have a Blackstone griddle or something similar, um, for emergencies or for fun, please look into that, because I enjoy mine so much, and I'll tell you why. It's, when you go to the Japanese restaurant and they cook all the Japanese food right in front of you, like the hibachi grill, etc. Well, it's kind of like cooking on one of those. And all of my life, I used to say, man, I'd love to have one of those in my kitchen every time I go to the hibachi grill. Well, when I got my Blackstone, I realized, hey, this is almost like having one of those in my kitchen. I just can't bring it inside, but I can use it outside. Well, then I learned that you can cook anything on that Blackstone griddle. You can use pots and pans on it. You can do fish and steak and shrimp and pork chops and anything. And then you can do your vegetables on it if you want, or you can put them in a pot, boil water, and make rice. Anything you want to do. So that's what we use for emergency cooking when we have storms and no power. Oh, you have had to run. We bought it 4 years ago after the ice storm. Okay, okay. We've been pretty lucky down here. We've had hurricanes come through and never lose power. Um, but Hurricane Zeta that came through 5 years ago, it put us out of power for 4 days, 4.5 ish. But we were so lucky because that storm hit a couple of days before Halloween, and the weather was absolutely beautiful. So we didn't have to experience, the heat and the discomfort. In fact, we had a lot of fun. We would sit here. I bought these LED battery operated lights. Um, and I had three of them. I put one in the bathroom and one here at the table. Well, actually, two. And what we did was we played Yahtzee all night long and hung out as a family. And, that was the first time we had done that in, I can't even remember how long. So now we've made a point of doing that about once a week to every 2 weeks, playing Scrabble or Yahtzee or Rummy, in any kind of, card game, any kind of little family activity here at the table. And it's so much fun. I don't, let me see. Yeah, I don't like those tornado watches. Wind is what scares me during a storm. Yeah, wind scares me. The sound of it. That was the worst part about that hurricane that came in October, um, 5 years ago. It was the sound of all the stuff hitting the house and trees falling all around us. One fell in the backyard. In fact, I've got a video of that. Um, I was doing a video out on the back porch during the hurricane. Film. It was dark, but I had a great big bright light, and you could kind of see the trees swaying back and forth. And um, as I was standing out there, the power went out in the back of my house, uh, on that road behind my house. And then I heard two big thunks. And I looked at Poppy. I said, "What the devil was that noise?" Because I thought maybe it was a transformer blowing or something. Well, then the transformer did blow. And then there was another thump, but it hit in my yard. And I said, "Oh my gosh, that was a tree. We need to go inside." Not that a tree falling on the house wouldn't crack us in the head too, but it was just instinct to, run in the house and get the hell out of that weather. But yeah, I've got a hurricane video of Hurricane Zeta somewhere on my channel. Like I said, it's been 5 years ago. Was it 5? It was right around the same time I had my heart attack, so yeah. But that's scary, listening to things hit your house in the middle of the night. Because, hurricanes never come in the daytime, they always terrify you at night. I think it's a rule or something that hurricanes have to come at night, make landfall at night. After 4 hurricanes and a tornado this year, I think Mother Nature decided just to snow on us. But we still that's right. See, Dirt Farmer, we didn't get any hurricane threats this year because y'all got all of them. Thank you for that. Um, Now, I can't determine what's going to happen this season, but y'all took the brunt of it last year. Um, and we don't really get tornadoes. I'm south of the interstate here in South Mississippi, and we don't get a lot of tornado warnings. Not a lot. Oh my goodness, you got directly hit 3. I am so sorry for that. Good grief. If that's not insult added to injury, or, whatever that saying is, that is so unfortunate. Um, yeah, since I live south of the interstate, most of the tornado threat is usually up by the interstate or north of it. I don't know why the line is there. Um, I don't know if the water, because I only live like a quarter mile from the Gulf, so I don't know if the water is a deterrent to tornadoes. We have water spouts come on shore, and officially, I think they're tornadoes, but they're always so skinny and they dump over a trash can now and then they're gone. So they're not super threatening storms. But when a hurricane comes, that's when the tornadoes are very active down here. In fact, I had a neighbor who went through Katrina, and she had an insurance claim for years on her house that got destroyed because the insurance companies, the flood insurance and the homeowners, was arguing over whether or not the water caused the damage or the wind caused the damage. It's ridiculous. Still waiting on FEMA, even though their web. Really? How convenient for FEMA. All 3 destroyed everything around here. Oh no. Oh no. I was finally able to afford a refrigerator yesterday. Now I just need to put some food in it. Oh gosh, I'm so sorry. That is devastating. I know it is. Mm. I hate to see somebody struggling, especially when it's no fault of your own, Just luck of the draw, if that's what you want to call it. I don't call it luck, but most of us around here say one thing, and it has to do with the letter F. And yes, I understand that. We have that saying down here on the coast too, because I'm not going to say anymore. It froze like that. Am I still frozen? Shoot. Hey, Jackie, if you want me to, I'll bag up all these ends and send them to you for stuffing and your amigurumi toys. Thank you, Jane. I'm sorry for that little intermission. Apparently we got in trouble for talking about FEMA or something. I don't know. It just froze on us, didn't it? Usually I don't have those kind of problems with internet at night. The only time it really happens is, when everybody's around and using it so much. Thank you for the offer. I'll keep them for me then. Okay. I guess I should get me a great big Ziploc baggie and stick them in there. Well, I think my little insomniac just woke up. He said, "Nuh-uh." Am I disturbing you, dear? Okay. See what I mean? Hey, Terry, what are you doing up this late? I guess you're right. Hey, let me ask you something, Jackie. When you're making your amigurumis, have you ever thought about stuffing pantyhose or something and then sticking that in the body, the legs, the whatever of the thing that you're making so that the stuffing doesn't come through? Does that make sense? Oh, they took you. Well, Terry, I'll tell you this. I hate that they did that to you. And also, it is a great thing to be able to sleep without that stuff. Now, don't ask me how I know because I'm awake at 3 o'clock in the morning. However, I used to. It's hard. It's very hard. Okay, what does that look like over there? Good. You did say that. You'll be up the rest of the day now? Oh no. If your stitches are tight enough, you don't need it. But yes, some use the pantyhose. I have not. Okay. Well, that answers my question because I always wondered, how you prevent the stuffing from coming through. Of course, now that I've made my own amigurumi type toys, or things. Um, I do understand a little more about how it's all put together, and the likelihood I think of stuffing coming out is less than I thought it was. Um, you do like that color. I remember you saying that. I like that color too. See, it has lots of colors. I mean, you've got the purple and the teal, and there's even some weird gray and yellow together over here. What are you doing, dear?
I don't know.
You don't know? Well, get yourself something and get out of Dodge. Go back to bed.
Mom didn't.
Okay. There's a protein shake in the fridge. When making the Ammi, you want to make sure there are no little gaps. I've seen some people make Ammis and they leave huge holes. See, yeah. Well, and I think that just comes with using the right hook, right? And for the yarn that you are using. One of the things that I've noticed is a lot of people do those and they crochet under instead of the normal way that I've always crocheted. And I've tried doing it under, and I think it makes a cleaner stitch for amigurumi. But I also really struggle to remember to do it that way because it's not habit for me. Yeah, Jackie will probably be up to. Yes, you want to go at least 2 sizes down from the required for the yarn. Hi, Emhine. I think that's how you say that. Please correct me if I'm wrong. Thank you for visiting my live stream tonight. I appreciate it. Jackie shared it out and you found it, huh? I am weaving ends on these granny squares that I'm going to turn into a blanket as soon as I have enough. But I'm getting this chore out of the way. I do not like weaving ends at all. Not at all. Like I told Poppy the other day when he was offering to help me. He says, you want me to help you? And I said, yes, I'd love for you to help me. You know I hate to sew. And he said, yeah, that's why I offered to help you. Wasn't that nice? That was so nice. So it reminds me too much of sewing. And I'm not a fan. Well, now that one wants to be a little curvy, doesn't it? But you know what? They will straighten out once they're all sewed together. The weight and everything will even everything out. Truly. I've seen it happen way too many times. You know, I kind of like doing these faceless live streams because nobody can tell that my hair looks like the Wicked Witch of the West and I'm dressed like a bum. I mean, it is 3 in the morning. I guess we don't have to look cute all the time, do we? They will even, yes, they will. They'll even each other out. Thank you so much. I like the colors too. Now there's more. This is just a few of them. I bought 18 different colors, variegated colors. And this is just a small sampling. I'll tell you what I'll do. Okay, I'll show y'all all the colors that are going to be in it, but they have to be one at a time because they don't have a lot of space. So there's this one. And see how it worked out? Every one from each skein looks different, but this is the same color skein. And then we've got this one. And these are from the same ball of yarn, just variegated differently. It just worked out differently on the square. Oh, there's another one. There's another one. There's another one. And then we have these. This is the same ball of yarn. And this was a different type of variegated yarn. So if you'll notice, it's just, there's not long pieces of color. They're all really short. So it made it all look the same in the square. This is one you've already seen because I already did this one. And then this is different from the one I just picked up in my hand. But this is a more of a pastel skein that I bought. And then we've got this, which is very much like this one, only it's made with the white background and then the colors flecked in. And then, of course, we have this one, which is the same as the one I just did. Let's see. And now we have, is that the same? Yeah, that's the same. Okay. Here's another one, and I really like this one for some reason. And look at the difference in these. This one's the same too. That goes with that. And they all are from the same ball of yarn. I find fascinating. But it worked out that way, and I think it looks nice. So there's that. And here's another set. Nope, that one's by itself. Here's my green. This is called Spring Green. I will never forget the name of that because that's one of my, that spring green is like really a nice color. I love it. The dark, maybe not so much, but I love these yellow greens. Now, here's another one very similar to these two. It's just kind of an orangey red base instead of blues and pastels. Okay. Oh, here's another one of those pink colored ones. Well, 3 of them, actually. This one is called Meadow. Something Meadow. And I really like the gradient, and I also like that they're flecked. This is like a combination of this type of yarn and this type, because it has the long color changes, but each color looks like this. It has a lot of flecks in it. So I thought that was kind of cool. And then that one, this is called Shocking Violet. And you know I had to get this color because it has Violet's name in it. That's my baby daughter. Baby. I say baby. She's and then this, I think, really is one of my favorites. I love the bright colors in this. And then we have this darker blue and green combination, which I really think is pretty. Oh, here's the other, the one I said that was a combination of the 2 different types. that's similar to. This one has a little bit of orange in it, but it's off the same ball of yarn. And so is that one. So those are the colors that I have. And so far I have 5 of each color. By the time it's all over, I'll have 6 of each color. So, uh-oh. Guess I need more. Thank you, Jane. I'm very excited to get it put together. And I think that might be part of the reason that I'm so impatient about weaving these ends, because I know once I get all the squares I need and it's woven, that I'll be able to put it together and start seeing the vision come to life, you know? And that's always fun. Oh, wouldn't a granny square skirt look awesome? Lydia, hi, thank you so much for coming in and visiting with us this evening. What are you doing up so late, my dear? I make you want more yarn. Don't do it. Don't do it. Of course, you know, when you get a hold of some of that Bernat velvet, whew, girl, you're going to want every color they've got. I know you will. Because I do. I want every color. I only have 2 colors. I have a brown and a red. The brown is really nice. It's a medium brown color that it looks great. I was going to make a baby blanket out of it for my newest grandson, but then it was going to take too long to get it accomplished. So I didn't use that. I went ahead and made the Jaguar colored blanket, Jacksonville Jaguars. Let's see. I'm going to look online and see if they have it at the store and go get some if they do. I really want to test it. Yeah, I don't blame you. I think you'll enjoy it though, really. Let me show you. I think I have some right here. I got to go through some stuff first, but that's some of it. Let me see. Oh, here it is. This is a little sample of it. And let's make a slip knot and do some chains and maybe some single crochets, and I'll show you how it slides. It's very lightweight. It's super, super soft. Super soft. It feels almost like that minky blanket stuff. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So it's easy to see your stitches. Fairly easy. Now, if you were making amigurumis, you would probably want a smaller hook than what I'm using. This is an eye hook. This is great for like a blanket or a baby blanket. I love the thought of using this for a baby blanket. The reason that I didn't finish the one that I started was because I was using a stitch that was extremely dense, and it was just going to take so much longer than I anticipated to finish it. I still would be working on it, to be honest with you. And I don't like for projects to take that long. I'm gonna look. Okay, please excuse my type. Don't worry about your typos, girl. I'm fluent in typos. Not quite as good as you are, but I'm pretty fluent. Yeah, I enjoy making the wearables too. I'm sorry. Let's see. A granny. I wonder what kind of waistband you would put on a granny square skirt. I like the thought of doing an elastic waistband. I know a lot of people like to do drawstring or ties, like a wrap skirt. I don't care for that idea. That's a little crazy for me. All I can think of is somebody coming along and pulling the tie and my skirt falling off of me in public. So there's that. Yeah, I think I would like elastic too. I think that would be my favorite. Okay, I'll make one more row and you can see. Do you see how easy this is just gliding off of this hook? I mean, the it's crazy soft and crazy butter and super fast. To me, I think this is one of the most perfect. And honestly, it looks like the chenille, but it's not. It's a little softer than the chenille. It's a little more dense. Like each strand is a little more dense. Let me see if I can get it up here and show it to you. So you don't have the shedding problem. I just used my fingernail across that whole strand and nothing came off. I wonder if that'd be easy with. Well, let's try. I've got a 4 millimeter hook behind me, so we'll try it. Do you go under or over when you're making yours? I don't think it. Curiosity. Um, Now let me find my hooks. Oh, well. Huh. Okay. I might have to think about where I put them. There they are. I have got to organize this mess. My kitchen is being overtaken by yarn and boxes of yarn and crochet supplies, etc. You want a 4 millimeter, so 3.5, 3.75. Why did it jump to 5? Shoot. Let's see. 5. Where's my. Wait a minute. Is a G a 4 millimeter? Oh, where is a little. Okay, hang on. 4 millimeter. Now let's try it. Okay. Oh, Oh, that's nice. Yes, ma'am. 4 millimeter is nice. I like it better than using the eye hook. Um, let's try. Nope, wrong one. Let's try this 3.5. I'm kind of curious now. Oh, wow. Look, it's crazy. It will crochet with everything, and look how easy it is. Is it making smaller stitches? Yes, it's supposed to, just because I'm using the smaller hook. But this 3.5 is great. And I think 3.5 to 4, because you know there's a 3.75 as well. Which one is, let me see what my 3.75 says. Okay, 3.75 is an F. And then this 3.5 says E. The 3.75 I have is a boy hook. Let's try that one. I'm not a huge fan of boy hooks, but I can crochet with it. Yeah, that's nice too. This is 3.75. And there we have it. Okay. Okay. Thank you, Jane. Um, if you saw in my my little crochet hook container, I have a few blank spaces. And these are my H's and I's, maybe some K's, J's. My H, I, and J are all missing because they're stuck in other projects in different bags and project bags. But look at this. I need to go get some more of them. There's your sample. Is it close enough for you to see? Let me pull my light over here too. Ugh. Is that better? Now this was with the eye hook. This was the F, and this was the E. So this was 5.5 millimeter, 4 millimeter. Yeah, this was the 5.5. This was the 4. One of them was a 3.25 and a 3.75. I think I did 3.25 here and 3.75 here. So yeah, there it is. And it's fast. It's not. It will not. You know how a lot of the yarns they'll get hung up, and you're like, you got to tug and pull on it to get it through. This does not happen with this stuff at all. You're very welcome. I'm glad I could be of service. Okay, let me get back to this nonsense. Excuse me. Mhm. If you guys could give me about 2 minutes, maybe less, away from this um, contraption, I need to run to the ladies' room. So I will be right back. I apologize for having to do this in the middle of the stream, but it happens, especially to us old ladies. Alrighty, let's get started again. That wasn't too long, was it? I hope I didn't run folks off. Oh, just to ask you, once I'm finished with the stream, do you think it's okay, excuse me, to go back in and change the title and stuff? Is that possible on a shorts or a vertical stream, like it would be on any other normal stream? Okay, okay, that's great. That's good to know. Because I don't know what I did. It seemed like it skipped a step that we were going through last night and went straight to 3, 2, 1. And I'm like, no, wait, wait, wait. And it did not wait. So, so apparently that AI wasn't listening. You can even do it right now. Oh, okay. Okay, I see. I see. This is definitely the tedious part of crocheting, isn't it? It's the part that nobody thinks about when they're thinking about making something involved like a granny square blanket. Gotta weave those ends. And I don't like to, I know a lot of people crochet over their ends. And I do that too, but I still weave in the ends when I crochet over them because I want to be sure that my work is secure and it's not going to come apart. Even, 25, 30 years from now, I want it to be the same as it is right now. You warned me. You can. What did you warn me about? Oh, about the 3, 2, 1. Yeah, the quick. I forget which step did I skip because I can't remember. Because I know I had to have skipped something. Yeah, I crochet over and then weave in as well. Yeah. Well, you just want it to last. You put so much work and effort into it. And then to have it tear up in, a year and a half, that would be devastating for me. I couldn't deal with that. This is number 6 already. Can you believe that? I feel like I'm doing it really fast, but then I look and see how long I've been on here, and I'm like, well, maybe I'm not going as fast as I think I am. Okay, where am I going now? I should have went the other direction on that one too. Fiddlesticks. You hit the next instead of hitting the little edit. You're right. That's exactly what I did too. I knew I was forgetting a step. I knew it. Oh boy, thank you for that because it would have taken me 12 times of going live like this before it dawned on me, hey, if I hit that little pencil, it won't do that. You've done it multiple times too. So now I go on Restream and do this. I just set up I basically just connected my YouTube account to today. Um, and I'll be playing with it probably a little bit during the weekend, I mean, before I go live on it. I might do some test lives, like private kind of thing. But I want to play around with it a little bit and get to know it before I start making it, you know. Oh, I had jerk that needle right out of my hand. I really, son was able to go back to sleep. If not, it's going to be a long weekend. Well, he doesn't have to go to school tomorrow. He's got to go get some blood work done tomorrow, though, or well, today now. So we're going to wake him up at 8 o'clock regardless. And he's going to have to stay up the whole day. We're trying to get him into a sleep routine. And what do they call it? A sleep. I forget what the piece of paper called it, but his doctor gave us some little tips to try to improve the situation. Um, and he's also gotten some new medications lately, as of yesterday. And he told me today that he thinks that he needs to take the morning one at night because it made him super tired today. And he fell asleep in class twice and blah, blah, blah. Well, him falling asleep in class is nothing new because he stays up half the night. And this is a common thing for him. So I said, well, what makes you think that, it's this medication and not just the fact that you haven't slept worth a darn? And he said I could tell the difference. So there's that. He takes ADD medicine, and we're trying to. He was taking a stimulant before, and he hated the way that it made him feel. So we quit giving it to him when he started the little kitty jail school to see if he could come off of it. Well, just so happens he could come off of it. And So I told him that before he goes back to the high school, we will see about getting him a non stimulant type of medication and see if it helps him. So that's what we did yesterday at his doctor appointment. We got a non stimulant. And she did warn that it might make him extremely tired. It was one of the side effects. She said it will get better with time. Um, give it about 3 weeks. So I don't think I'm going to give it 3 weeks. I think I'm just going to let him take it at night and hope that it works that way. Yeah, we need to do some sleep training. Yes, yes, but that wasn't the word that they used. It's like a routine, but they called it something else. Like getting yourself ready, little things that you do, like maybe take a hot bath before bed or drink some chamomile tea before bed and have a routine. And there was another word for it, but that's what it was basically. Having certain things that you do that kind of trigger your mind into saying, hey, it's time for bed now. I've got to, I got to run back. No, I don't. No, I don't. Yes, I do. My computer charger is in my other room. I will be right back. I've got to plug this thing in. It was my opinion at first that the stimulant for the ADD was what was keeping him awake, even more than the problems he had before that. Um, but it wasn't. It wasn't the stimulant that was doing it. But again, he didn't like the way it made him feel, and I didn't find it necessary. Look, he's gonna make the grades he makes regardless of what kind of medication he's on, and he needs to learn how to overcome this crap anyway. Um, I did. I mean, for the most part, I learned how to overcome my squirrel brain. For the most part, I'm able to function. I'm able to, if I wanted to have a job, I could go get a job and work it. I could do whatever I needed to do. And that's what he needs to do. He needs to learn that he can do whatever he needs to do. Hey, Debbie, how are you this evening? Or, well, early this morning. My goodness. Um, this is unusual for me. And yeah, he's got to build that habit. We'll see how it goes. This is a kid who's 16 years old and hasn't slept a whole night since the day he was born. The only time he sleeps good is during band camp. Um, and that's because he's absolutely worn out between the sun and standing on his feet all day and playing his instruments all day. And, you know, they do a lot of calisthenic type exercises during the day, they run laps during the day. So there's that. That's why he just exhausts himself. And that's great. I mean, I wish I could find something here that he could do every single day that would just make him so tired. I wish that there was a sport we could get him into, but it's a little late for that now. It's not like he can go be on the high school baseball team or whatever. He doesn't have any experience and he's almost graduated. Oh, come on. Did I tell y'all again how much I hate weaving ends? I hope you don't mind if I say it quite a few times while I'm on here doing this. It's the bane of my existence, the bane of my crochet existence. Um, but it has to be done. So here we are. Wow, we still have 7 people watching. Oh, I can't hardly get over that. That's insane. It seems like I mentioned it. Sorry if I'm boring you to death, Jane. Oh no, no. He won't be disappointed, Jackie. I'm going to make sure that he has some to do tomorrow evening. Then again, if I complete them all tomorrow while they're working on my garden, um, we can finish up the mushroom diamond painting tomorrow evening, which would be really nice. I would like to get that done and over with so it doesn't feel like it's hanging head. I don't like to start one. Oh, it's so funny. I will start 49 crochet projects and it don't bother me a bit. But these diamond paintings, if I start one, finishing another, it kind of makes me a little crazy. Maybe because it's, I don't know, all of those little drills to me are a little intimidating and overwhelming, especially when you first start one, because it's so many. So many. I was just looking at the kitty cat that I was doing last night, and oh my gosh. Well, I'll show you. Is it? Nope, it's not there. Where is it? Oh, for the love of Pete. What? Maybe I won't show you. I think I put it somewhere else. Oh, nope, it fell. There's the kitty cat that I started last night. And she's just a beauty. I love her. I'm calling it a her. I don't know why. But I got this little bit down here done. I haven't done any since. But all of this right here is nothing but P's and F's, which is this white and taupey color. And that's all it is, all the way around her. And even her face and some of this hat is P's and F's. And that's a lot of P's and F's. That's a lot of little tiny white drills to place. So I think I'm going to work on some of that this weekend, getting some of this white background completed. And then the fun stuff I think will be in the middle. But I love her. And I think since it's February, it's still okay to work on Christmas looking stuff. Because honestly, I want to give one of these paintings to one each of these paintings to my 2 oldest daughters so they can hang them up in their house at Christmas time for a little bit of decoration. I might keep the kitty one though. I've got one that is a Grinch hand doing this and holding the ball, the Christmas ball. And it's kind of cute. I like the Grinch. I love the Grinch. But so does my other daughter. And I thought, well, that'd be perfect for her. And then I have another one that is a couple of little Christmas gnomes. And the other daughter would like that. So, oh, I gave my middle daughter, I had 3 of those aquaponic type grow systems. And I didn't have room for all 3 of them. So I gave her the extra one. And do you know, she started some herbs in there about 3 weeks ago. And she's got dill this tall already. It's insane. It like this tall. And she was saying that she didn't know what to do with it. And I said, well, what you do is you cut it and you use it and more will grow. She said, really? I'm like, yes, really? Because she was thinking she had to plant it in the dirt. I said, you don't have to plant it in the dirt. Just keep using it and more will grow back in its place. Exactly. I do. I do get to enjoy the time that it takes to craft it. Yeah. Yeah. That's a good thought on that. I like that. Yeah, I don't like to work on two diamond paintings at a time. Of course, I don't work on two crochet projects at a time either. Um, I'll leave one till I'm finished with another one, you know. Well, maybe that's not true. Because, I mean, the whole. Never mind. I guess it is working on two at a time. If I quit one and start another. Okay. Well, y'all, I think I'm going to hang it up. It's been 100 minutes, and I can't hardly get over that. But I told myself I was going to try to be in bed by 3 in the morning, and it is now 3:50. Oh, the chickens are, I love the chickens, Jane. I'm very tickled with those. Um, but anyhow, I am going to bid you all a good morning, and I hope you all sleep well. If not, have a wonderful day. Thank you so much for spending your time with me tonight or this morning and joining me for my first ever vertical live stream. I really appreciate each and every one of you. Take care. How do I end this, Jackie? Do I just, oh gosh. Oh Lord, I'm stuck. Jackie, how do I stop it? Okay. Um, hit the X on the top left hand side. Thank you so much. Y'all, thank you. I love you. Bye bye.